So remember earlier this year we were talking about that Mickey horror movie, Mickey's Mousetrap? And in that video I had said that we are going to be getting a lot more Steamboat Willie horror movies out of it now that Steamboat Willie is now public domain. Well, this morning I'm scrolling through Twitter and I see this. We are getting another one. But in this one, we are getting my boy, David Howard Thornton, portraying Steamboat Willie in this movie, which honestly I think is super dope. And if you don't know who David Howard Thornton is, he is the maniacal genius behind Art the Clown from the Terrifier films. And I think that's just gonna be a beautiful match right there. This movie is going to be directed by Stephen Lamorte. I believe that's how you say his name. Sorry if I'm butchering that. This is the same guy who made The Mean One, which came out 2 years ago now, which also starred David Howard Thornton as the Grinch in this one. He didn't go by the Grinch in that movie. They just kept calling him The Mean One. I also should mention Amy Schumacher was in that movie as well. Unfortunately though, that movie wasn't all that great. I watched it and and damn, it was way worse than people had said. It wasn't the best. But I'm hoping this movie isn't gonna be like that, because if you've seen The Mean One, the Grinch or The Mean One didn't really talk. He just grunted and growled a lot.
Merry Christmas, you green bitch!
It was also unfortunate because I really love the Grinch as a character. So I was really looking forward to this one because they were making it a horror movie. I don't know, it just didn't come off right. So unfortunately that movie sucks. But getting back to this movie, the description of this movie goes, Screamboat follows a group of New Yorkers on a late night ferry ride that turns deadly when a mischievous mouse begins a rampage targeting unsuspected passengers. The unlikely crew must band together to thwart the murderous menace before their relaxing commute turns into a nightmare. And this is another synopsis from IMDb. A late night boat ride turns into a desperate fight for survival in New York City when a mischievous mouse becomes a monstrous reality. Can a motley crew survive a killer creature with a taste for tourists? This movie is being marketed as a horror comedy, so I'm all for that, because everyone making this movie knows it's a silly concept of a sadistic mouse on a killing escapade, but that gives me hope and hopefully it is enjoyable to watch. And if it flops like The Mean One, oh well. At least we get another art piece by David Howard Thornton, and I can't be mad at that. Pun very much intended. And here's a quick little quote from the director himself. I'm thrilled to be working on Screamboat with such a killer cast from horror legends to comedy icons. David Howard Thornton is bringing our mischievous and murderous take on Steamboat Willie to life like never before. I can't wait for audiences to laugh and scream with us on board Screamboat. And here's a quote from David Howard Thornton himself. I'm beyond excited to join this incredible cast and bring Steamboat Willie to life with a horror twist, Thornton added. Screamboat is going to be a horrific and hilarious big screen thrill ride that fans won't want to miss. The next time we are going to see David Howard Thornton is going to be in, of course, Terrifier 3, so I'm very much looking forward to that movie. And I'm also looking forward to this movie as well. With the way David Howard Thornton portrays Art the Clown, I'm hoping he brings a little bit of that sadistic, comedic side to Steamboat Willie. I'm very much looking forward to that. This movie is going to be coming out in 2025, I believe January 1st, at least on IMDb. It is set to be released on January 1st. Look out for that one, and I am for sure going to go watch that and make a video on that because we have a shit ton more of these movies coming out. We also got now like what did they call it? I'll probably make a whole separate video on this as well, but with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, with Tinkerbell, Bambi, and all those Disney characters that are public domain, we are going to be getting a Pooh-verse of sorts, an Infinity War saga type for these low budget horror movies. With that, it makes me excited. Obviously these movies aren't great and they're not going to be, you know, great at all, but I just think it's funny that they are making it into this bigger thing than it should be, and I'm all for that because I just love low budget horror movies. I'll talk about that in a whole nother separate video. Anyway guys, with that, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are on this movie. Are you excited about it? Do you think it's going to be good? With David Howard Thornton portraying Mickey, or Steamboat Willie I should say, I don't think it should be that bad, but like I said, if it turns out to be like the Mean One, then that'll suck. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you really like this video, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so that way you get notified every time I post a video, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, later.